was driving home from work, and I pulled into the CVC drugstore to fill a prescription. I pulled into a parking spot. I got out of the car. That's when I noticed, right next to my car was Michael's car. Michael was motionless, slumped over the steering wheel, saliva dripping from his mouth. I didn't know what to do. I thought he was gone. I froze for what seemed like minutes. I attempted to break into the car to give him CPR. The doors were locked. I banged on the windows. Thank God. He awoke, but was so startled he looked at me like I was a crazed maniac. No recognition, just absolute panic. He jammed his car into reverse and sped away. I was so relieved, it was as if God had spoken to me and allowed me more time on earth with Mike. I was clearly blessed. When I got home, I asked Mike if he was feeling well, that I had just seen him at CVC. Quote, "Oh my God, it was you?" was his only response. From that cathartic moment, I vowed never to flame on Michael again. Mike is a great guy, great heart, loves friends, loves family. Although I don't know why. He loves sports, Alice, democratic politics, palates, but he's really only devoted to two things. Mike is devoted to conservation of our environment, and Mike is devoted to Mike. Mike protests our environment with jihadist zeal. Diane and I have never thrown any food product in the garbage. Our usual roasted chicken dinner is an example. Mike ravenously suckles any meat, fat, skin, and sinew from the carcass. His plate resembles an archaeological dig. Piled like a pyramid are perfectly clean bones. Pure calcium, totally recyclable. Michael evidences ingenuity and purpose in water management. Mind you, I've never watched him take a shower. But I have listened to him. I can only surmise that he steps into the shower, turns on the water only to get wet. Then he turns off the water. He lathers and washes one body part. To tell the truth, I don't flame on him anymore. Then he turns on the water for 5 seconds to rinse. He turns off the water immediately. He washes another body part. And turns on the water for a flash rinse. Then he turns it off immediately. 1 hour, 8 rinses, 64 ounces of water. The Great Lakes don't need to worry. Rubber and leather must be endangered products. For 20 years, Mike has never thrown away a pair of shoes. Last year, we had a flood and I had to clean out the basement. I kept 12 pair of Mike's shoes in the original boxes, and I threw away the rest. Mike's lived with us for
God,
Umpteen years.
since I was 9.
30 years?
whatever. I do the laundry.
You need another pair of glasses?
Mike gets shamed into going shopping at least once a year and buys bags of socks, underwear, and shirts. All of those items remain in bags, carefully stored under his bed. All of them are never opened. Similarly, your family gifts over the years are in the same place. And they too are never unwrapped. When I do Mike's laundry,
Yeah, it is.
each item is out of a Dickens novel. The shirts and underwear are threadbare and sheer.
It's all true.
I bring up the laundry not for embarrassment, but honestly, amazement. I called Ripley's because I wanted them to come here tonight. They didn't respond, or I didn't get their email back. But for 20 years, I've discussed Mike's showers. For 20 years, he's only used one towel. I wash it every week. This is the The towel has the absorbency of parchment paper. Mike is a true conservationist. The only thing Mike loves more is himself. He loves his routine. He sets the alarm at 4:30 in the morning. He gets up at 6. He goes to the bathroom for various reasons till about 6:40. That's when I hear the electric toothbrush. He continues with the electric toothbrush to 7:10. By the way, Mike's never had a cavity. It has been warned by his dentist that he's almost devoid of enamel. Mike leaves the house at 8 o'clock. The first time. He forgets various items, leaves and returns twice more.
Dave Mostov always did.
At 8:15, he begins to back out of the garage. He smashes into the side of the garage, destroying the garage door. Magically, he continues to back up. And then he puts it in forward because he says he wants to assess the damage. He slams into Diane's prized planter. He backs up 5 feet, straightens up, goes forward, backs up 10 feet, goes forward, backs up 20 feet, onto the neighbor's yard. Finally, he navigates the driveway 20 minutes later. At work, he sells pallets. He makes a fortune. At 5 o'clock, his boss leaves. Mike calls all of you. He reads newspapers and magazines. It's 7 o'clock. Mike gathers up all the food containers, all the cardboard, all the magazines, all the papers. and brings them back home for Marty to recite. This is all that I have not met.
Is that
He arrives home at exactly 7:30. Before staying high, he stares at the kitchen table to see if dinner is ready. Utter dejection if it isn't. He sulks up to his room and slams the door. 5 days a week, the routine continues. I relish the upcoming years. Happy birthday.